Jesus, would you teach us to pray? Disciples asked, teach us to pray. But what's interesting is they already knew how to pray. They prayed all the time. They had rhythms of prayer ingrained into their life. They knew the prayers of old, but they said to Jesus, would you teach us to pray? Why? Why would they ask that question? There must have been something different when Jesus prayed. When Jesus prayed, they watched life being given. When Jesus prayed, they sensed God's presence. When Jesus prayed, they experienced his power. When Jesus prayed, it was different. And so they said, I would think longingly, Jesus, would you teach us to pray like that? For some of us, prayer is natural. It's almost like we're Adam and Eve just walking and talking with God in the cool of the day. But for some of us, we don't know what to pray. And so it keeps us from praying. We simply avoid it, or we turn to other things. Our world is so fast. Prayer is stopping in the ups and downs of life, the highest of highs, the lowest of lows, the best of times and the worst of times. Is practicing stopping to be with God, to invite him into life with us and say, what is it that you want us to do? So now it's time. We're ready. We have built our way here. It's time to say, God, would you teach us to pray? We say the same prayer every week. God, we want your kingdom to come. We want your will to be done. How will we know if we're not constantly talking with you? So would you teach us to pray? So prayer takes practice. How will we practice? So we're going to practice together as we stop and gather on Sunday mornings. Before you leave, we're going to ask, would you pray out loud for someone here? Then during the week, you're going to write someone and say, hey, how can I pray for you? And rather than saying, I'll pray for you, you're going to take time to stop and write out a prayer and send it back to them. And then we're going to leave this place and we're going to go out of our seats and into the streets, to quote a friend of mine. And we're going to pray over every place in our whole region. We're going to pray for people and businesses and schools. We're going to cover this whole region in the prayer. God, may your kingdom come and may your will be done in this place as it is in heaven. So back to where we started. The disciples asked, Jesus, teach us to pray. Why? Because when Jesus prayed, they experienced the person, the presence, and the power of God. So when we ask, Jesus, teach us to pray in this place, I believe we will experience the presence and the person and the power of God. So here's the invitation. Come to church, take a risk, learn to pray, and experience how it changes everything.